Canada finally did something manufacturers actually like. Shocking, I know. Budget 2025 just dropped a gift on the industrial sector. And this time, it's wrapped in write-offs, not red tape. If you upgrade, expand, or build manufacturing space, you can now write off 100% of the cost in year one. Not 4%, not 10%, 100%. Grab your coffee. I'm going to show you the tax rule that's about to change how industrial real estate gets built, leased, and upgraded in Burlington, Hamilton, Oakville, well, the whole GTA. I'm Susan, that commercial realtor, built for business, backed by data, and negotiating with Byte. If you lease, own, buy, or operate industrial space in the GTA, this is how Budget 2025 just made your next deal better. Here's the headline. Budget 2025 introduced a thing called temporary immediate expensing for manufacturing and processing buildings. Sounds bureaucratic? It's not. Plain English version. If you buy, build, expand, or upgrade a manufacturing facility after budget day and start using it before 2030, you can deduct the entire cost in year one. That includes new builds, additions, power upgrades, electrical and HVAC, automation infrastructure, equipment, and machinery. It's Ottawa's way of saying, please, for the love of GDP, invest in Canadian manufacturing again. This is a giant win for manufacturers scaling up, tenants upgrading legacy space, developers repositioning old stock, investors buying, let's say, value-add buildings. You know the ones, the roof leaks, the electrical panels older than half of my clients, and the dock height hasn't been right since 1986. But sure, call it a strategic asset. If it still has a loading dock designed for a truck with tail fins, yes, I'm absolutely talking to you. Anyone doing automation or Industry 4.0, you're probably in. One catch, 90% or more of the floor space must be used for manufacturing. 89%? Sorry, close only counts in horseshoes and cam reconciliations. Now here's where it gets fun. Most industrial buildings across the GTA, well, they were built before 1990. Functional, but not exactly future ready. Think undersized power, switchgear that predates your supply chain software, HVAC systems wheezing through yet another quarter, loading docks built for trucks that don't even exist anymore. Before this rule, well, upgrading felt like lighting cash on fire. Now your accountant is the one begging you to spend. That $400K in capital upgrades, write it off year one. If your HVAC is older than your intern, it's not character, it's a liability. However, now it's deductible. Old buildings just went from a liability to an opportunity, and landlords, you suddenly have something new to market besides ample parking. If you're in the market for industrial right now, especially Burlington or Oakville, this is a green light. That tired building with sketchy lighting and 208 volts, well, that used to be a money pit. Now it's what we call an opportunity with a twist. Now it might actually pencil. The twist is this write-off changes your ROI, your CapEx math, your post-deal cash flow. Deals that didn't work before, well, they might work perfectly now. Manufacturers leasing space? This rule just gave you leverage. You can negotiate landlord-funded improvements, shared CapEx deals, tenant improvements tied to manufacturing use. More power, working docks, need to breathe air that doesn't smell like 1987? Well, this is the year to ask. It's not charity, it's math, and for once, it's on your side. Landlords, especially those sitting on older buildings, this is your moment. Here's what you need to do yesterday. Flag which buildings meet the 90% manufacturing threshold. Price out upgrades tenants are already asking for. Position your asset as a tax-advantaged platform. Lead your marketing with this incentive, not just square footage. You're not leasing buildings. You're selling a spreadsheet that finally has good news in cell G27 in an era of tax-fueled industrial reinvestment. Because fresh paint doesn't close deals in 2026, tax-accelerated upgrades do. There's one catch. To qualify, the building must be used for manufacturing before 2030. So this isn't a someday project. It's a move now before your competitors do project. This rule is going to reshape how industrial buildings get evaluated, upgraded, and financed across the GTA. If you're a landlord, buyer, or tenant, and you want the math modeled, not just the MLS link, reach out. I'll break down the incentives, the upgrade costs, and how to structure the deal so you don't leave money on the table. And if you're still here, you're not just watching, you're planning. If you're planning, I want you ready for the next power move. Go back and watch my Industry 4.0 video. That's where we set the stage. This video, we just changed the math. And next Monday, we're bringing it all together. I'll show you how to reposition older industrial buildings so they're not just survivors in the 2026 market, they're the contenders. So hit subscribe, save this to your watch list. I'm That Commercial Realtor, and I'll see you in the next one.